Dominic Pirone has won his 2 Comma Club award. As a matter of fact, he's building a multi-million-dollar DJ business. The crazy thing is he is having so much fun doing it. When you listen to this interview, you will be amazed at how much fun he's having. The great news is he is paying his bills doing it. For a while, he was beginning to wonder. Dom has a gift at creating amazing headlines that generate a ton of traffic and a ton of leads. And then he asks his customers what they want and he gives it to them. He's a genius. He brings ridiculous value and tons of nuggets in this interview. Listen and learn. It's a ton of fun. And of course, subscribe, look, like, follow, comment. Enjoy this interview. You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Mischa Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy. Welcome, everybody, to the Table Rush Talk Show, where we interview entrepreneurs who are building real businesses, making real money, doing what they love, and helping their customer at the highest level possible. I'm so excited to interview and bring on Dominic Pirone, aka Dom. Yes, am I saying that right?
You are. Yes. Thank you, Mischa.
Yeah, indeed, fantastic. So, Dom, you currently you are building a real business, you are making real money, you are having fun doing what you love, and you are helping mobile DJs, specifically wedding DJs, at the highest level possible. Is that an accurate statement?
That is accurate. Yes, we just crossed the 7 figures mark. We launched our business in the middle of the pandemic, the time when the DJ and events industry were hit the hardest. And, I can't even believe what's happening, honestly. But hopefully I can share some value with you and your audience on how we got there.
Yeah, fantastic. So let's start with how are you helping this wedding DJ? I've got some challenges up. Well, I'm going to look over here from time to time and reference some challenges, but you have developed a way to I saw something that you wrote and it was awesome. We did our part to help revive an entire industry that's building back stronger, right?
Yeah,
and then right. I love this. Smashing the concept of the corny wedding DJ and uplifting the mobile DJ space so they can stop playing the damn chicken dance and start entertaining.
Stop playing it. If any DJs are listening. Now, if the customer asks for it, you got to play. Yeah, man. So basically about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I started getting this bug in my ear about internet marketing. And that really came from Tim Ferriss. And, living that whole 4-hour work week life, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to smash this online thing,
Yeah.
So little did I know, very naive, how much work it would take. I created
a 4-hour work week. How much work is it going to take to have? I love that. Okay.
Yeah. So little did I know that a lot of things had changed since the 4-hour work week. I still love that book. It's so great. And it ruins you, with that idea that that's possible. But then, so I created something called, me and my brother, actually, I had just gotten to learn how to DJ weddings, thanks to my brother. I moved back in with my parents 5 years ago and was just so burned out from my traditional marketing job. I was marketing for chiropractors and nutritionists, and I loved it. But at the end of the day, I was just building somebody else's business. So it was very demanding. And it wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to go. So
quick question in that regard,
yeah.
if I can interrupt, is this internet marketing? So is this where you start getting your roots in the internet marketing is by helping okay, cool.
Yeah. I had started to learn, I'm really, I'd self-taught myself email marketing and stuff, but around this time is when I started learning Facebook ads and Instagram ads, but not yet really funnels. So me and my brother end up having this great idea for the interactive DJ masterclass, right? And our idea is every wedding DJ wants to be interactive and go out there and show them the line dances and this and do the cha-cha slide and the Cupid shuffle, right? Sure. Turns out that's a bloody lie. That was not accurate at all. I really did not understand what DJs wanted at the time. Yeah. But had it not been for that, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. So sometimes you have to learn those hard lessons and never assume what your niche wants. So, I put a lot of work in. I learned the perfect webinar script. Here I go, launch the interactive DJ masterclass. I automated it right away. Didn't do it live. Definitely not what Russell suggests. I sold my first $300 course. I was over the moon. I'm going to be an internet millionaire. And then the next day, this guy, Mike's Mobile DJ Service, I'll never forget it, corniest looking neon logo I've ever seen in my life. He says, "Man, I already know all this stuff. I want my money back the next day," right? I was like, I was crushed. I was crushed. But and all along, these haters will come along, and I love haters. Haters really, they turn me into beast mode, right? Yeah. So just the way he phrased it and the way he asked for his money back and he thought he knew everything, I was like, I'm going to show this mother effer what's happening. Okay, so fast forward. I ended up surveying my audience. Cannot tell you how important it is to survey your dang audience, especially when you strike out. Yeah. Okay, so I surveyed my audience and I basically asked them, what do you guys need and want? And almost always they're going to tell you more leads, more bookings, right?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
How did you ask that question to them? What was the delivery mechanism?
Just SurveyMonkey, honestly. Go into SurveyMonkey, and I think I had a Facebook group at the time too. Let me back it up. Here's how I did it. Okay, so then the very next thing I did was I ran a giveaway. I literally bought this little controller, which is what a DJ uses to mix music. I bought a controller, and it's $75. I ran a contest giveaway using kingsumo.com. It's like a giveaway software. Okay. And I was like, let me just get some emails and whatnot. I did this challenge, did some Facebook ads to this giveaway, and got like 300 leads, right? Emails. Yeah. But during that giveaway, I also put in there a survey. And I surveyed these people. What do you need and want? What's your biggest pain point? What do you hate? I have some survey questions I can give you guys in the future. But
that would be amazing.
Yeah, let me just give it to you now. So I always ask, what are your biggest, literally I ask, what are the biggest external struggles, what are the biggest external, desires that you have? Okay. Why do you want to achieve this? And what are the biggest internal barriers that are keeping you from getting there? What are the biggest external barriers from keeping you from getting there? And I give them examples. Internal would be yourself. Internal would be stress. Internal self-confidence issues.
That's amazing. So you are saying, what's your biggest? And so you're asking, just like you said, right? Because a lot of times you'll hear people will say, ask them what are their biggest internal barriers, right? But then what that person is really doing is asking it in a totally different way, right? So you're like, I ask them, quote, what are your biggest internal barriers, end quote. Right. And here's what an internal barrier is.
An example, yes, because they may not fully understand that question. An internal barrier. Totally. Oh, okay. Like a mental block or like a this or a that. Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I always like surveys sound boring, so you got to make them fun. So I created this is years later, but I created the Music Organization Sucks survey, right? This topic sucks. We want you to vent. Please vent. And I want the emotional pain, the agony, the dreams, the desires. You need to stop doing boring surveys. And I realized that after doing many boring surveys, and you need to bring it to life, and you need to get inside that person's head. And when I did that, that's when I found out, what they really want is to understand how to take control of their own lead generation and not have to rely on these directory sites. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's two or three big ones in the wedding space that are just like, there's tons of advertising. Like every listing on the directory is a sponsored ad. It's ridiculous, right? You don't control your own future there. They control all the leads. So then I created, from that, basically I created profitable social media marketing for wedding DJs, which eventually became known as Booked Solid. Now, through building this little group, and also I surveyed, hey, would you like a $300 program or would you like a small monthly program? And I found out DJs love monthly programs, which is great because recurring revenue, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so that was exciting. And DJs are just, I'm not saying this is going to be true for every niche. In fact, one of the biggest problems I would say is we have been bad about offering higher end offers. But anyway, from the membership, I created this membership and I made it $30 a month, and I taught them how to grab your own leads from the wedding space, from brides and grooms, and convert them into bookings. And so I had this little baby group. This it's called Profitable Social Media Marketing for Wedding DJs. That's what came up in the survey. I just called it that.
Okay, I love it.
Through creating that group, I then met Joe Bunn, and Joe Bunn is probably one of the biggest speakers in the wedding DJ space. If you are a wedding DJ and you've been to any of the conferences, you would know who this is. I get the word that he wants to put something together called the DJ's Vault. I reach out to him. I invite him to my group, my membership at the time. He wants to talk to him because he wants to promote himself, right?
Yes.
And through that, he started asking me, hey, what are you doing here? Could you help me with, bringing the DJ's Vault to life? And I still hadn't really achieved any success, right? Just a few $100s a month from 30 members. But
is your mind blown at this moment? Are you like, oh my God, this is what?
Oh yeah, I'm excited, but I'm like, I gotta deliver the goods, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I start doing Facebook ads, getting people into a Facebook group. We do the perfect webinar model, and we do $20,000 for a low cost membership the first night, and I am like over the moon, right? This is almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
Well, our life has changed. I cried. He cried. It was only $20,000. I actually recorded that whole launch, and I'll cherish that for my entire life. As people are buying, the ticker is up to like $300 or $400, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're raking it in, baby. We're raking it in, Anyway. But that was the start of something amazing. And so Joe really, he's built up 6 offices in 5 different states in the wedding DJ space. And that's very rare for an entertainer to do that, to have franchises almost.
Okay.
And so he just, in the DJ's Vault, he taught people how to really build, market, sell, and hire their DJs, and hire DJs for their mobile DJ business. Amazing. So it was very complimentary and it was awesome, right?
Yeah.
Then 2020, worst year ever. I'm like going through all this, I'm depressed. I am lethargic. I am gaming just to try to keep my mind clear. I think my life's over, right? Weddings are over. Events are over. Everything is built in the wedding space. We are done. I am dead, right? And at that 2 years ago, I was sued by creditors, 4 creditors. I mean, they are wanting their money. I think I'm going to jail. But I refuse to go bankrupt because I just think that's, easy way out. I don't necessarily, I didn't have to do that because I was starting to make money.
Yeah.
Can
I ask you, can I say something?
Sure.
Will you tell me how much debt? Will you tell the audience just for how much debt you were in?
Oh yeah. Over $500,000 in debt at one point.
And that was not mortgage debt.
That was not mortgage debt. No. I had an SUV at 22% interest. I mean, I was getting raked over the coals, bro. Just lots of bad business deals gone wrong. Lots of borrowing money like a freaking idiot. But literally, that became one of the best things I ever did because I had to learn funnels and proper internet marketing where I could not lose any money. I could not because I literally had no money to borrow. I had to be profitable from day one.
So
Yeah.
2020, you're like,
2020. I mean, things had started to look up, and then here comes March 2020, and now it's coming crashing down. Like there was light at the end of the tunnel, and now it's coming crashing down because I don't know. There's so much uncertainty.
So you like went through this bottom, $500,000 in debt. The crashes or wheels come off. Like tap out. I got to make money. You start making money. You're getting back on your feet.
Start talking to the creditors. Hey man, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah. Back off. It's all good. And then COVID. Wham.
Oh, exactly.
Oh my God.
Major skull, crushing of the spirit, right?
Yeah.
And people start to cancel their memberships, right? And me and Joe are freaking out, right? They're canceling. But it wasn't everybody. Yeah. And what I learned is we had so many members at that point that, hey, you do have some security with recurring revenue, you do, because you're so diversified.
Yeah.
And so, there's, again, I would say, like, I love memberships. I love recurring revenue. It gives you stability. And when you have, I think at the time we had 1,000 members, we had some stability. Now some of that dropped, right? But it was okay.
And I love the point you said, and I want to reemphasize, which you have made clear a couple of times or hinted towards it and made clear to it. You're like, hey, if your customer doesn't want membership, don't give them membership. Like, find out if they want it. If they want it, deliver it. And in a perfect world, hooray, my audience who I'm serving, they want membership because it provides some stability.
Yes.
That's
and the mobile DJ market is conditioned to subscription services. They have, and you've been a DJ in the past, you know, like there's services out there. You subscribe to these services, $40, $50, $60 a month, and you get music, right? So this was kind of, we wanted to kind of model it on that, and we got, so that's why I think it was successul.
Yeah. Continue. Yeah.
Okay, so I think my life's over. Everything's coming crashing down. I'm about to find a job, and I'm not happy about it, right? I am depressed AF, like serious issues. Not happy, not fun. So then we have this guy named Aaron come on the DJ's Vault and talk about, because so many DJs have downtime. There's no weddings happening. There's nothing happening. But people are starting to find live streaming your DJ sets and stuff like that. And now they have some time to start doing things that they didn't have time before, which is organizing music. So Aaron comes on and talks about organizing your music on the DJ's Vault. And it's very well attended, much more attended than other webinars, right? Yeah. And then Joe's like, hey, this guy wants to sell something. It's called Perfect DJ Playlist. And he just wants to charge $5 a month. And can you help him? Just like, let's just do like a little affiliate thing. So I put out a survey and I ask, what do you think I asked? Well, first I asked, what is your biggest barrier to, what, in your opinion, what would make you a better DJ? And to my surprise, I thought they were going to say scratching, wicka, 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 or exactly. Beat matching, mixing, quick mixing, whatever, all those fancy techniques. To my surprise, the mobile DJ market, AKA the wedding DJs, private event DJs, they said music organization far and wide. And I was like, what? Okay. So then I did that quick little survey in a Facebook group. I took that feedback and I created a in-depth survey. And I asked them all of these emotional questions, right? I asked them, I can actually pull it up. It's
please do.
So good. I mean, literally from this one survey, I got an idea for an ad. The survey gave me the data for the hook for the ad, which then became, one of our $1 million ads, basically. And I'll see if I can find it. But basically what I asked was, why having disorganized music and we call them crates, folders of music. Let's say you have a 90s crate, an 80s crate, a wedding crate. These are folders of organized music so that you know exactly what to play next. So I asked them, how does being disorganized affect your DJing? And one guy said this term, Serato face. So Serato is the big DJ program in the DJ space. That's the main one that people use. And what Serato face means is you're looking for your next song, right? The song is about to end. You need to mix into your next song, and you're searching through disorganized folders of music trying to find your next song, right? And so we took this idea and ran with it. We made Joe sweating on our video. Do you have Serato face? Sweating, finding the next song. And this ad took off like a rocket. We were getting 50-cent leads in 2020, which is unheard of. And I started freaking out. I literally drove to Nashville because I knew this product wasn't ready to be launched. It was called Perfect DJ Playlist at the time. I drove out to Nashville, and we had 7 days to put together some sexy kind of offer because I knew, oh my God, people are really interested in this topic. We already have 500 signups in the first day from ads, right? I was like, oh my God, I have to go, Joe. One of my biggest fears as an internet marketer is to have a big webinar or challenge and people hate it and you get stoned to death, right? So, so I'm freaking out. I'm going to Nashville. Me and Aaron turned Perfect DJ Playlist into what became Crate Hackers. Okay. And we did a webinar. We had 1,500 people on live the first night. We had over 3,500 registrants. Yeah, this is in 2020. And we murdered it. It was at least a $50,000 launch night, but that was recurring revenue, right? So we were just super profitable. And all we were selling was these stupid little lists, like lists of suggested songs. Right? PDFs, literally PDFs of song suggestions. Anyway, so it was minimum viable product. Let's put it that way. Minimum viable product. But what people wanted and what we realized is people needed community at that time. So they needed community and they needed something to do. And this membership, it started as a membership. It didn't even start as software. Became, that community of people. We had over 700 people join, or 750 join that first night, and we were all shook. We were real shook.
and this is into your Facebook group. They're joining your community into your Facebook group.
Exactly.
Wow. You shook and like, well, wait a minute. Like this is.
I know. What? Yeah, but and really none of that would have happened had we not did those surveys. None of it would have happened without that, just really understanding your audience. You got to understand them, and you got to understand them in all the different areas that they're having, right? They have problems with marketing. They have problems with hiring. They have problems with sales. They have problems with music organization. Yeah. You can become the category king in any of these little niches, but you got to understand them. And then, in my opinion, you have to bring that to life and show that pain and the result that you're going to, bring to them in the ad in the first 30 seconds.
I love that. Can we, I'm having an idea. I'm thinking I think it might be worth, and we'll edit out the pause. So why don't we just take a minute? Why don't you find that survey? I think it would be such tremendous value to be able to reference that. And so you are a big believer in surveys still to this day. Like that's what.
Oh yeah. I always survey.
Okay.
So I'm doing, let me show you this. So I'm doing a challenge right now, this coming week.
Okay.
And if I could just share my screen.
Let me go to there we go. Let's see. Does that allow?
Let's see.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, sweet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so right now we're doing the you can go to cratehackers.com/stanky. You can see eliminate stanky old crates and organize the gold standard bangers. You can't wait to play in 2022. And we always do funny ads. Honestly, funny ads are, they get shared the most, they get liked the most, they get commented on the most, and funny ads bring in the coolest people. People who have a sense of humor are our people. People who do not have a sense of humor. Yeah, we do not want to work with anybody who cannot, can't laugh and think they're too too cool to laugh. You know, it's like we got all the worst people.
Yeah, if they're offended by the challenge / stanky, like go away. You're not our guy anyway, right?
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah,
So
and then
good.
it takes a certain type of person to admit to these problems. And in the DJ space, it's filled with ego.
Yes.
So we don't want anybody that has a giant ego. Our community is just not for them. Our community is one of sharing and one of fun and one of people that know they can do better. So
you know what I love right now? What I'm hearing from you is not only have you niched down to, all right, it's a DJ in the wedding space, what have you, or wedding / sorority frat parties / bar mitzvah, whatever, right? But you're also saying low ego. You're like, we want these attributes of that person, niching down even more. So you're like, we don't want every freaking DJ in the space. We want the ones that meet this criteria.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that would be one suggestion, especially for people in a crowded niche or a crowded area, is you could become the funny blank of that niche. You could become the whatever in that niche, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A perfect example of that is there's a guy named, I forget what his name is. It's Kyle something, but he's a motivational speaker. That's a comedian.
Love Kyle Cease.
Like,
I love Kyle Cease.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah. So it's it's a perfect example of, hey, the personal motivation niche is extremely crowded. So he comes in and offers something different, new opportunity, right? Not an improvement offer, right? So
yes.
Yeah. So
quick side note. Did you go to one of his EOLs or do any of his stuff?
No. I've only ever seen his videos, and I maybe paid $20 for a documentary. I haven't dove deep into that, but
cool. But he does. His videos are genius, man. He's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyway,
but all of that can be reverse engineered, and again, I have the background of being a Facebook marketer first. Well, traditional marketer, who became Facebook marketer, who then became a funnel marketer. And what I really want people to understand is I would suggest that people understand how to run their own ads, because we live in a time where you have to be able to grab and convert people's attention. We're going full on TikTok attention spans in this society, right? And to get people into your funnel, you better be able to grab their attention, and not just grab their attention. That's overused.
Speak to them.
Speak to them. You have to speak to them. Exactly.
Right? Like, hey, you're my person. I'm speaking directly to you, so
100%.
They see it. Right?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Exactly. Yeah. And so this is. I'll just show you. I'm going to show you how I survey inside of a funnel. I always survey every time. When in doubt, survey.
Love it.
And I'll show you how I do it. So this is the video we're running right now.
Have your crates turned a little stale? Have your bangers turned into clangers? Tired of playing the same little hits? Time to clean them stanky crates yourself. Introducing Crate Hackers Freshen Up Your Crates Challenge. Feel the freshness. Make your crates fruity fresh. No foul smell allowed here. The kind of freshener that has a long-lasting effect. Love the smell of fresh crates? Bring it into your hard drive. Not just that, but your guests will notice the freshness, making moments special. Join the Freshen Your Crates Challenge, a 3-day intensive course to help you find the freshest music. Space is limited.
This is amazing.
Learn more to register today.
Yeah, this is amazing. Anybody listening on the podcast, go to the show notes, click on watch the interviews or whatever I have in there, and you've got to watch this. Like Dom here is giving the keys to the kingdom. Like, no joke. Okay.
Thanks, man. Well, let's show you. I'll even show you inside our ad account. How about that?
Yeah.
So basically, I just fired up that video, right?
Okay. There's the ad. Yep.
Yeah, so we've got one that's doing pretty good. We've got 25.
So that ad drives them to the funnel, right? Or
Yeah,
to
so this
your
ad-
landing page or your, we can call it different things.
But again, everything is reverse engineered from this one ad. If I don't have a great idea for an ad, I don't even bother with the funnel or the challenge. So it's hook, right? Tired of playing the same old hits, right?
Yes.
People are going to find that funny. That's going to grab their attention, whatever, right?
Yep.
Or your crate's a little stale, been meaning to freshen them up. Okay. So that's pain point, right? All based on surveying. In their surveys, people tell us, and I'll show you that soon, I swear.
Okay, yeah.
They tell us the reason I joined this software is because I feel like I'm playing the same old thing over and over again. So we did the Freshen Up Your Crates challenge, right?
Yes.
And again, ad, same headline, video. They're going to click learn more. They're going to go to here. Videos right here. Everything is congruent and big call to action, right? Join the free challenge.
Big call to action.
Big call to action. The next thing that's going to happen is they're going to upgrade to VIP. We do 3-day challenges, and we've had a lot of success with $27, $37, and $47 upsells for VIP access and recordings. This little sales video, you guys can funnel hack this.
Love it.
Yeah. And one thing I'm doing, because we have this software, is they are going to, I just gave everybody my information. There you go. But they're going to click continue. And I'm doing this new thing where they can literally, when they're checking out and buying VIP, they can add on our software as a bump for $15 for their first month. And so that's a new thing I'm testing out. We've already have a 20 to 30%, uptick and people taking that, which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
And then on the thank you page, we always have a video and we tell them exactly what to do next. Add a reminder to your calendar of choice. Join our Facebook group. Take our music organization survey, right? And so I'll just show you some of these questions. So
fantastic.
So we put this on the thank you page and we put this in emails as well. So they're going to get an email now that they've registered, and they're going to be told to take the survey, damn it.
Okay, so let me interject before you go down this survey.
Sure.
You come up with an idea for an ad.
You have to reverse engineer it. It's your funnel will not work truly unless you can. The ads have to work. That's in my opinion. Now, obviously, some people have organic traffic, but just think about if you're just sending this to your email, right?
Yeah.
The email list, the headline, the subject line needs to be sick, right? So I'm going to put it, tired of playing the same old hits becomes my subject line. That becomes my headline. That becomes the top, that becomes the hook for everything.
Okay.
It really, when you have the right messaging at the beginning, I literally used the same script for inside of our emails, inside of our ads, and inside of our sales videos. This text that you see right here is literally our VSL. It's the script that we're going to send in emails. It's what sells them on joining the challenge. It can all be reused and simplified.
That is amazing. And any listener, watcher right now, could you imagine what this would do to your business if you started implementing this strategy, right? Like I'm listening to this going, this is a powerful strategy to if you're not, right? I mean, there's plenty of ways to do it, but I love this insight. And I mean, you're breaking it down for us, your method, what works for you, what you're having success with. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Thank you for that. Now we're looking at, graciously, you are showing us, I would even say that, your survey. So walk us through it. Here we go.
Yeah. So music organization sucks survey, right? It's not just a survey. It's the music organization sucks. Vent. You could even call it a vent session. I've called it a vent session. I did a survey to women about cramps. And I was like, this is not just a survey. This is I want you to vent, go off, right?
Yeah.
And man, that's when you get the juicy stuff, right? So
you are amazing, Dom, and you're a genius. I'm just going to say it right now.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, lots of
incredible.
Well, I gotta thank people like Russell Brunson, obviously, the ClickFunnels family, but I also have to thank what's his name? Ryan LeVay. The ask method was crucial and just understanding I already knew the importance of surveys, but after I read his stuff, I was like, man, this is the cheat code, in my opinion. Surveys are the cheat code. It literally gives you all the juice.
You know
so
what?
we'll do, yeah.
I just want to say something that anybody watching can listen to the interview with Molly Mandelberg. I interviewed this amazing woman in her 30s. She's got a great 6-figure business. She runs it out of a converted Sprinter van that she drives across, the country, just living this really empowered life. If you like that kind of life, I'm not going to say it's for everybody, but that's kind of the vision that she had. She's executing on it. Right. She referenced the Ryan Levesque, the ask method. She is like the surveys, and she created this really cool survey as well. And I think it's to have it mentioned twice in succession. I'm like, that's
it's key, because he also suggests, and this was crucial for our business. Anytime somebody joins Crate Hackers, we immediately survey them and ask, why did you join? Which ad did you like? What resonated with you? What problems are you having with music organization? How is this hurting your performance? So on and so forth. So that was something I learned from him. As soon as they join, that's the perfect time to survey people and ask them, why did you join? What problem are you trying to solve? Anyway, yeah.
Do you want to show me that? Do we want to go through that that survey real quick, and then we'll move on? We keep on bouncing around it. Okay, so let's see. I think this is a great learning.
Yeah, we hyped it up good now.
Yeah, right. Like everyone's like, show it to us, damn it.
Yeah. So the first thing I try to do is just get them to answer very simple questions at the beginning here. So I want to know, are they part-time, full-time? Do they have other DJs work for them, or are they a club DJ? Right? It's really two different niches.
Okay, I love it. Yes.
So this way, I'm getting to see who is in our challenge. Who are we talking to mostly? The next thing I try to do is something fun. Get some juice on them. Right? Confession time. How many songs would you estimate you currently have? Right? It's okay. No judgment. I make them funny. Put some personality in it. Don't make it a boring thing.
Okay.
So I'll put so basically this is understanding how many songs do they actually have, right?
Yeah.
And here's this funny answer. You don't even want to know, AKA an absurd amount, AKA I'm a music hoarder, right?
Yes, right. Like I've got I've got gig drives or terabyte drives all over my house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. How do you feel music organization, sorting music into crates by BPM, that means beats per minute, by key of the song, would help your DJing? And I always put this, please explain. I always do open-ended questions. Do not just do multiple choice questions. Oh my God. You will get survey data that is completely useless in my opinion.
Okay.
I would rather have 10 I would rather have 10 people explain in depth the problems that they're having instead of getting 1,000 multiple choice. How would music organization help me? It would help a lot, right? That doesn't help me at all.
Right. Yeah. Like if they're saying it would help me because one, I would feel like now I'm not going to be in the time crunch getting whatever face you said. What's that? What's the face?
Serato face. Yeah.
Serato, the panic face. Like,
we have other terms too. DJ doom scrolling, right? You're doom scrolling for your next song before the song runs out. We came up with music hoarding. We give these problems a very funny name. That's another tip. Find the problem and give it a funny name, and people will remember it forever. Every time somebody is DJing in the future and they start searching for a next song, they're going to think of us. When they're panicky search for the next song, they're going to think of us because they're going
to be like, oh my God, I've got Doom face.
I've got DJ Doom scroll like, oh, I'm sweating. Right. Exactly. But,
this is so good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, so I find, how do you feel music organization would help your DJing? How does having a disorganized library hurt your performance? Please explain. So this is where I got that Serato face thing. And this one question made us $1 million, basically.
Oh my God.
It got us to 7 figures. And, and we're gonna. I mean, our everything is subscription, so we are looking at. We basically have a 7-figure a year situation on our hands, which is awesome. We're very blessed by that. But it's
of the perfect customer, of the person that everybody's having fun, thriving, growing. Like it's literally win-win-win. It's the dream scenario, right? That's amazing. That's amazing.
We have 3,000 paying subscribers right now, and it's really just the start. We haven't even, gone into that's only the US basically. So we're very excited about the scalability and of the software. What's the hardest part? Thank you. Been a long road coming. Yeah. What's the hardest part of music organization? What takes the longest? In other words, why aren't you doing it? Please explain. Please explain. Please explain. Please explain. Right?
Please. Yes.
What have you tried in the past to help with music organization? How do you go about making your current playlists and crates? Which program do you use? This is so we understand. Do we have, Serato users? Do we have virtual DJ users? Okay. And then some other basic questions. But really, those first ones are the key, right? Yeah. I'm basically asking them, how do you feel music organization would help your DJing, right? That's hinting on those internal barriers. How does having a disorganized library hurt your performance? Again, internal barriers. What's the hardest part of music organization? What takes the longest? External barriers. Time, being a little of the time, right?
Yes.
And then we already know what we're going to talk about with the vehicle. The current vehicle is we give them the vehicle, the new opportunity with our software to organize their stuff.
and so number 6
this is vehicle related, right? What have you tried in the past to help with music organization? Please explain.
So I want to say something right here, right now. Anybody listening, like, if you're like, this is DJ, what does this have to do with me? Like, you just were handed the keys to the kingdom. Anybody in any business that's trying to, maybe that's not at your level, or maybe they are at your level and are not implementing the tools that you have. You just literally showed a tool set that somebody can use to catapult their business to another level if they're not implementing what you just showed us. Or if you're new in the game, like, hey, here you go. Here's although this was about DJing, pay attention to, like, find out your perfect customers, blank, internal, external. What's the vehicle? What are the problems with the old vehicle and or tools? There's so many different ways to say it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then I just want to show you, Mischa, here, you ready for the real gold? Here we go. Here we go. Buckle up, everybody. So we have had 1,000 DJs fill out this survey. 1,000.
What?
So, and this just shows, like, most of our guys are part-time mobile DJs. That's the exact right person that we want.
Part-time mobile DJs?
So here, I just want to show you. Here we go. Look at this.
Did you say part-time or full-time mobile DJs?
Let's see. So it looks like almost 50% of our guys are part-time mobile DJs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So 20% are full-timers. But look, just look at the juice we're getting here. How do you feel music organization would help your DJing? Please explain. Sorting through the bloat in my library and having great songs more easily available and ready to mix. That word bloat. I already have 1,000 ideas for an ad, right?
Oh my God.
You come in here bloated, you come up to your DJing, just make it funny, right?
Oh my God.
We overcomplicate everything. It does not need to be complicated. Do the juicy survey and just get these words. So bloat, I'm going to write that down right after this interview.
Yes.
It would help with smoother transitions and keep on track throughout the night. It would help in my sets with mixing alone. Knowing what to play next means one DJ better than the rest. Okay, so now I know being organized means mixing better, which means you're better than the other DJs. That's a thing that they want, right?
Yeah.
Again, that ego, right? Play on that ego. Extremely important. I've got over 2 terabytes of files on hand. I'm always trying to get my crates on point with clean mixes, and it's not as easy as it looks. Your service would be perfect for me. So we're finding out they understand, yes, that is too much music. I can't organize all of this stuff.
Right? Like there is too much, right? Sometimes too many choices are not a good thing. It's funny. I've just am really a lot of what I'm hearing is like, stop, narrow down the choices. And I even think of in my own life, I'm like, get rid of all the external BS choices. Like find the two what are the two choices? Like I can get overwhelmed, right? I don't know if that you relate to that at all.
Absolutely. I had to do that because I was there. It's just, you have to nail down that perfect person. For us, it is part-timers. Part-timers know that they have a lot to learn. Part-timers have crappy day jobs that they want to get rid of. They are in the most pain. Full-timers, we can serve them, but they're not our ideals. Right. Full-timers already are making money. They're already doing what they like. They kind of think they know it all already, so they're not ideal. The part-timers trying to get rid of their UPS job, those are the guys who will be your raving customers forever. Look at this one. I just got another idea for an ad. Anytime I don't have ideas for ads or my next challenge, I just read this survey. It would be like God giving you the cheat code to life. I could make a whole funny video about that.
Oh my God. Or I love that. What was the one you said? Keep on track. like you could have totally coming off track, right? Like you could, this is so juicy. Wow.
Yeah. So these guys are literally giving you, here we go. Who wants to have wrinkles on your face while you're searching for the next song? Just gave me another idea. Hook, wrinkly faced, DJ trying to, old man, he's all stressed out.
God. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
And there's 1,000 responses that I
love it. Surveys. So any fledgling marketers
and proper surveying, you got to make it funny and you got to dig, and people will give you that juicy information. I just did a survey. I'm going to be launching a product to help women with cramps. My girlfriend suffers from horrible cramping.
Okay.
During that time of the month, and I want to help her because, nobody wants an unhappy girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I did a new survey and I asked them, this is a vent session. This is not a survey. This is a vent session. How do your cramps make you feel? It feels like I'm being stabbed in the stomach. It feels like my uterus is beating me up, right? I'm going to take all of those things that they're telling me and just convert it into a funny video.
Oh my gosh, the hooks.
Uterus beating. Yeah, exactly.
So okay, you're inspired. The girlfriend suffers through bad cramps at that time of the month, and you're like, well, like I want to. You're the woman I love. Let's make this better. So you're inspired to find a solution, and so you say, I'm going to make a survey, and then what? Are you like Facebook ads to drive responses, or who are you?
Good question.
Are you pushing that survey? Yeah, go.
Yeah. So. I'll show you my funnel here.
Okay.
I'm just giving it all away. Here we go.
Dude, you know what? You're going to have the best 4 years of your life. The universe is just like,
I just want to help
stacking up the give back. Go ahead.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
So I was dating a girl a couple of years ago and she started raving about these earrings, right? These ones on the tree here.
Okay.
And she ended up breaking up with me for some of those financial stress reasons that there was a combination of things. Anyway, we're still friends today, but
okay, good.
She was, went off about these earrings, asking her friends where they got them, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we figured out where to buy them from, and I put together a free plus shipping funnel. It's called Empress U, is my little e-commerce brand that I experiment with. Yeah. But through this funnel, I've literally made, we've sold almost $100,000 of these earrings.
Wow.
And so I have a list, and I just sent an email to them to find out.
What? That is ridiculous.
But here's what I would do if I was you guys. If I'm just starting out, I would put together a contest giveaway. Go on to kingsumo.com and just learn King Sumo. It's so easy, super easy to put together a little contest giveaway. And what I would do is give away some cool thing that your ideal niche wants. And as a part of the contest, first they got to give me their email address, right? So easy leads. It's always going to be some of the easiest leads you're ever going to generate is through these contest giveaways using Facebook, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But to giving them, you're going to give them more points for doing things. So you're going to grab their email, you're going to grab their have them follow you on Instagram, have them subscribe to you on YouTube, and then give them a lot of points to take a survey.
Okay.
That is actually the most important thing, in my opinion. So that's what I would do if you're just starting out and you don't have a list.
I love it.
Yeah. That's what I would do. And I have done that in the past. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, really quick, I hate to do this to you. My computer just seized up. So sure. I am going to, is everything working on your end? Like when you're looking at the Zoom meeting?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. You know what? We'll just keep going. I'm gonna trust that it's all working.
Sure.
And I'll edit this part out. So so that's super cool. Tell me the name of the tool again. The survey, King Sumo.
Oh, it's kingsumo.com.
Okay, cool.
There's another one, UpViral. UpViral is another good one. I would say King Sumo is the easiest, and it's also going to be the most affordable. But UpViral gives you, a free 14-day trial and makes it easy as well. So
perfect, Dom. This is so good. Thank you for the nuggets, and thank you for the.
I hope it inspires people who are really want to do this and are just kind of stuck. It's like I've experienced that. I've experienced that for years. And it's just this is one of the keys that really helped me with breakthroughs.
Cool, fantastic. And I just want to say really quick, again, anybody listening, myself, right? Imagine if you implemented one or two of the simple things that you just told us, right? I mean, the revenue increase, the lead increase, or if you are just starting, a way to, you could literally build a survey, send it out, and build a business. I'm sort of speechless. I'm listening to right. I did.
I mean, we're taught as marketers. Here's one thing I'll say. We're taught as marketers to market to the result that people want, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. That's true. But what I would say is find out, for example, everybody wants time freedom. They want to be, not everybody, but certain people want to be their own boss, right?
Yes.
That's good. I would say reverse it a little bit and be like, don't you hate this? Horrible boss, number one. Horrible boss, number two. Horrible, you're getting bills in the mail and you're drowning in debt, right? It's like, bring those pain points to life in a funny way, and it's going to give everything more bite.
Yes.
Find those problems and those pain points, and just, literally, that video I showed you earlier, we shot it on my iPhone, and it took us literally 30 minutes, not even 20 minutes. And it's kind of trashy, honestly. And guess what? It cost us absolutely nothing to make. Maybe $100 for the editor to put it together. So it doesn't have to be these huge productions either. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I want to touch on two things, and then I'm going to let you get back to building your empire. And serving DJs at the highest level, which clearly you are, right? I love this. This is so good. So I'm going to ask you about mentorship really quickly. And then I'm going to also ask you about, you had referenced earlier that you had no high-end offers, but I know you're up to some things in that regard. So I want to talk about that. Yeah. And I just want to tell everybody listening right now, go to cratehackers.com/fresh, and you can see the most recent challenge that you have, and it's very cool. And then you can also see some information about Joe Bunn, who you referenced, as well as Aaron Taylor. I'm curious, who's the tall one? Which is the tall guy?
Aaron Trailer's the tall.
Aaron Trailer's the tall guy.
He's 6'10", I believe. He's almost.
Yeah, that's a big dude. What?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody go to cratehackers.com/stanky or cratehackers.com/fresh, and you can see the most recent cool marketing that Dom and his company have going on. You and I met through what's called the 2CCX, the 2 Comma Club X, which is Russell Brunson's high end. It's a higher end coaching program. Tell me about the value of that to you, or mentorship. People call it different things. You can call it investing in yourself, mentorship, networking. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, so you don't know what you don't know, right? And like I was just on there earlier today showing them my funnel, and they gave me some really good suggestions. You know, I personally build all these funnels. I write all these ads. Sometimes I just don't see something that could be hiding in plain day. So you have to have that coaching to give you that exterior viewpoint on maybe what you're missing, right?
Yeah.
But before I was able to afford, 2CCX, which totally worth the investment. I was actually a part of it last year, and couldn't float the payments very long, and so I had to drop out, and then I rejoined because they made it even sexier than it was last year.
Yes.
And but before that, I did the one funnel away challenge 3 times until it sunk into my thick skull. I would definitely recommend checking out Steven Larson's, all of his stuff. What I really learned from him is some of the most effective marketing you're ever going to do is throwing rocks at the enemies. Mm-hmm. So the enemies can be the external barriers, they can be the internal barriers, they can be the vehicle barriers, right? That can be brought to life in a very fun way.
Yes.
And that is one guy that I absolutely love. Got to meet him a couple times, and it's just, you just can't do this. You're by yourself. I mean, even if it's just one of my rituals is I go here in Atlanta, Georgia, we have a big Korean population in Duluth.
Okay.
Duluth, Georgia, and they have these things called Korean spas, and you go in and there's like 10 different types of saunas, a charcoal sauna and this sauna and a steam sauna. Anyway, all I do is I go in there, I sweat my butt off, I get away from technology, and I just read a book that's going to help me solve this next problem. Even that is a type of mentorship. It's helping you get out of it's helping you take a step back and work, give you the ideas to attack the next day, as an example. Yeah. That was a big thing that I did while I was in my funky states.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Depressed as hell, and, not sure what to do next. And, you got to keep moving. You got to you have to invest in learning about this stuff. I bought all of Pedro Adau's challenge stuff. I did, I bought the 2020, I bought the 2021 version. It's just, you just got to do it to stay ahead, and it's going to be worth it as long as you put it into use. So,
yeah. And it's fun for you. Yeah. I mean, clearly.
Oh yeah. I don't do anything now that's not fun, Yeah. It's, life is too short for that. I've experienced having no fun, and it's not fun for me. So, and then the other thing is when you are putting out content that is fun and funny and energetic, and that you're going to attract the right people. And I can't say enough about that. Our community would die for us. Like we just had a party to celebrate the holidays, and the founders, we wanted to celebrate our 2 comma, right? 2 comma, achieving that. And we had 750 DJs on Twitch live, just watching this live streaming party. It was one of the best times I've ever had. So, it's like, at the end of the day, when you hone in everything Russell teaches us and create that movement, it'll take some work, but you will become very well known in your little weird niche. And people will, do anything for you. So
that's amazing. I love it. I love the fortitude, the tenacity, the willingness to serve, the willingness to grow, the willingness to learn. Consistency and fortitude. So much.
You gotta have all those things. One of my favorite books, if anybody's looking for a book recommendation, I read this as much as possible. It's called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield.
Okay. Yep.
Absolutely love that book. Sometimes, honestly, the hardest, it's what somebody refers to as the dark work. You got to put the dark work in and ride that struggle bus here and there before you get to the breakthroughs. And that's where, the training leading up to the boxing match is where you're going to be. That's where winners are made. So,
hey, that's so good. And I like, how fun is it that your clients were celebrating your success? Right? Like you were celebrating.
We didn't tell them the number. We didn't tell them that whole part. We really did want to celebrate just our community being awesome. But it was like we had so much fun that night.
The community's success, right?
Yes.
Like it's like, hey, it's again that win-win-win. To me, that's the dream. I've been in jobs in my youth where it wasn't win-win-win, and those are painful, right? So when you can, as an entrepreneur, to have win-win-win, it's beautiful.
I'm not saying that memberships are going to be for everybody, but Russell Brunson does say if you don't have recurring revenue, you don't have a business. And Frank Kern talks about memberships, and what's his name? Dan Kennedy. What's his name? Dan Kennedy, the legend, talks about recurring revenue and things like that. The other cool thing about a community is you're always going to have that constant feedback on what content to create. So I don't even hate the idea of, if you're having trouble nailing down a high ticket offer, I would suggest start with a membership and just get people in there, have them create content, then use that to reverse engineer, take all the sexiest content out of your membership and just make your high-end product then, right? So now you have the best of both worlds. You have a high ticket offer and you have a recurring product. And from our membership, we found our developer. He's a DJ who is a wizard, a software engineer. He helped us design our software. So we started as a membership, and now we're a software with a membership component. So that wouldn't have happened without a membership solution.
Very cool. When you say start a membership and then have your audience create content, tell me that's what do you mean? Have them create content? Yeah.
So I'll use the prior example. So I tried to sell this $300 course. I didn't do it properly. So that was one thing. So I took a step back. I repackaged my offer. I got people on another webinar, and I relaunched a program, the Profitable Social Media Marketing for Wedding DJs, right? And I gave them all these bonuses, made it a sick offer, and it's only $30 a month, right? And so people joined it.
Okay.
Now, every week, I was doing trainings, but now I understand them more. I understand they're guiding me on what they want to hear inside my membership. Hey, we need to learn about this. We want to learn about YouTube ads. We want to learn about Google ads, right? Okay, good. Yeah. So I'm going to do that training, make all that content. Now I can pull that content out, create little low-end offers. I could take that content and repackage it and make it a $997 course, a $2,000, or $5,000 in-person event. Does that make sense? So
yeah, totally. I love it.
It allowed me to just get people in, start making some money. Make sure, you got to be able to make money to see if you might have a great niche and a great idea, but if you ain't making money, it's not good. And I mean, ideally you have recurring revenue anyway. So, it's important.
Yeah. That you explained, you answered it very well. Beautiful answer. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And for me, I'm not I'm an educator, but I'm not good at coaching people. So I hate one-on-one coaching calls. I don't hate it, but I'm just not good at it. Yeah. And so we have zero, like, if you look at my calendar, I have nothing on it. And that's how I like it. I like to provide solutions for mass amounts of people. And I like my time to work on those solutions. I'm not a coach. We will have coaching in the future, but I am not that. People who like to coach and want to coach we'll send our community to them. So for people who aren't into coaching, they hate agency stuff, I would suggest, like, I've just been so happy with this model, creating recurring membership products that I can market my own dang self and own myself, so.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's good. And because not everybody wants to be a coach, and it can feel like when you're embedded in your niche that's the way it is. When it's like, no, wait a minute, there are. Yeah,
I mean, coaching can be awesome, right? Like, I know some coaches who charge people $5,000 a month. And I just like that model is awesome, and you're going to make a boatload of money, but it's going to require your time as well. And that's okay if that's what you're into. But for me, that wasn't working for me. The agency thing never worked for me. That's just not how my brain works. Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm a creative. I'm a entrepreneur, a problem solver. I'm not necessarily a business operator. So that's where also linking up with guys who are those things really helped. So the tall guy, Aaron Traylor, he came up with a lot of this software, and he's a great business operator. That frees me up to just do ads and just copyright and more ads and more ideas. And what's the next challenge, right? If I was having to handle all those other things, it takes away from my creative brain power to figure out these other solutions, our next challenge, our next webinar, our next big promotion. So
what a gift to have those two guys as partners in your business.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And I wanted to touch on quick. You have a higher end offer now, which sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to perhaps, or maybe this was in creation. You're in creation mode on this, but perhaps
we're still figuring it out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, teaching people how to get the right.
Exactly.
Is that what was going on? Hands-on training, right?
Yeah. That's right. So in the future, we're going to be doing in-person events for between $1,000 to $5,000, even $5,000. Okay. We're going to fly people out and have people shadow Joe to see how his business operates and how they can do the same thing in their business. We're still dialing that in. We're also going to do private parties, so that for those big stream parties, we're going to offer, hey, 10 people can buy a VIP ticket and come party with us live. You don't have to watch it on the stream, and just come vibe out with, some of your favorite DJs and things like that. And then we might do a conference in the future, but again, red ocean, people don't love, there's a lot of DJ conferences, and so we would have to figure out a fun spin on that. So, and also putting on an event is a lot of work, and that doesn't necessarily interest me. So, I'm not trying to be lazy. I know where my strengths. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It sounds like the next person you get to work with perhaps is going to be the event person, right? That's like, oh my gosh, I love that. Well, how come we don't have the 10 people out here for the stream? Why is that not up? Like, let's do that. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to be cognizant of time.
Sure.
And I think we are going to need to do in 6 months an interview number 2, because I can't wait to see where you are in 6 months, and then, or maybe even sooner. I don't know.
Well,
you just are so generous with what you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a unique position where I'm not marketing to internet marketers, so I don't mind showing you this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's just we're in this unique niche, and so it's been awesome. So I would love to show you. Yeah. So our other membership, the DJ's Vault, is going to be crossing the the 7-figure mark here in February. That program's been around for going on 3 years now. So it's all been building up. It all takes, it takes a while especially when you commit to the membership model. Yeah. It's not, but that it all pays off. So
like lean in, hang in there, the ups and the downs, keep going. I want to know before we end, did we get to cover everything you were hoping to cover, or what's
I think so. Yeah.
Is there a nugget that we missed, or what's the one final thing you're like, hey, if I could leave you with anything, I'm going to leave you with this?
Yeah. What I would really like to say to everybody is, when you look at the word funnel, don't forget the 3 letters FUN. Fun needs to be put into the funnel. That's all I got to say. So whether that be, funny ads, whether that be for your next webinar, first of all, don't ever use webinar as a word. It's got to be a training. It's got to be an experience. It's got to be, you cannot make things boring, because like you're up against TikTok, you're up against YouTubers, which some of the top YouTubers are unreal people to follow. They'll give you a ton of ideas, like Mr. Beast, Air Rack. These guys are crazy good at grabbing attention, right?
Yeah.
But you're up against them, right? If you're advertising on YouTube, you're literally going up against those people who could easily pull your ideal person's attention away. So you better have some fun with stuff. You better be in their face, bold, funny if that's your style, bold if that's your style, right? It's like, use your gifts to attract your people, man. That's all I want to say.
So good. So good. So good. You are amazing. You have over delivered so many good nuggets. I can't wait to revisit the interview, but we'll end here. We're going to have to do this again for sure. And again, everybody, you can go to cratehackers.com/fresh or /stanky, or just go to cratehackers.com. Check out what Dom's up to. And then we've also got your Instagram, which is on a different note. I tell everybody your Instagram again, quick.
Oh yeah, it's at Break the Damn Internet.
Yeah, fantastic. And all right, Dom, thank you. We'll end here, and we'll say goodbye offline. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.